Here from thehannibaltv.com. According to multiple sources, Bobby Lashley has signed with AEW. This shouldn't be a surprise. MVP debuted at AEW Grand Slam last night. Shelton Benjamin, who once wrestled for Great North Wrestling, made his AEW debut on Dynamite, and apparently it's a signed deal that the members of the Hurt Business will now be in AEW. Listen to Wrestling Observer Radio today. Apparently, this new $150 million a year deal with AEW that starts next year will be like a deal that UFC has with ESPN, where WBD will air the AEW pay-per-views on Max, but you will have to pay to order the pay-per-views on Max. It'll be cheaper than buying them elsewhere, but you'll still have to pay something. As far as I've heard, the money for the pay-per-views will go to Warner Brothers Discovery. The outside pay-per-view money still might go to AEW. However, obviously, there'll be less pay-per-view revenue, but they will have more guaranteed money per year. Apparently, there's nothing official if Shockwave, the new third show, will happen or not. Rampage has definitely been canceled, so it will only be Collision and Dynamite on TBS and TNT, and Shockwave, if it happens, will be on Fox or FS1, maybe somewhere else. Nothing new on Ring of Honor. As far as AEW, what's considered now overpaying talent, this is probably going to continue now that they're getting more money. They will probably continue to try and sign and keep as many talent as possible. So it'll be a good thing for talent in wrestling. There will be more money to make in wrestling than ever. It already is, but now there's going to be even more. So good for the lucky ones. Apparently, it's more likely than not that WBD owns a percentage of AEW, according to Sports Business Journal. They own a piece of AEW. And Dave Meltzer mentioned on the Wrestling Observer today that despite all this good news, all the numbers are indicating a drop, that AEW is still dropping. Hopefully, for my sake and for AEW's sake and for the wrestling business sake, that doesn't continue. I want them to do better, because if the wrestling business is better, it'll be good for me and my channel and the wrestling business in general. So I definitely hope that things can get turned around. I'll be optimistic. As far as the NXT doing a 0.16 or 0.26 on USA this week with the loaded card that included CM Punk, there's a lot of reasons it did a good rating, including they were in an actual arena and not the performance center. But Meltzer points out that that wasn't too much bigger of a number than NXT did around this time last year when they used Becky Lynch. So he says whether that will continue with the CW or not, it's unknown, because actually USA is bigger than the CW, but CW is obviously paying more for NXT, and will probably put more promotion behind it, so it might do better on the CW. For me personally, I don't like the performance center taping. I know it's cheaper and stuff, but it's just, for some reason, I've just seen it for so long, the look of the performance center, and it just makes it look so much more minor league than when they have it in an arena. Lashley is a good get for AEW. I agree. I like Bobby Lashley. I've met him a couple times backstage in WWE and talked to him a little bit when TNA came to Ottawa and used me back in 2017. Very nice, down to earth guy. Shelton Benjamin, as I said, we used him in GNW and MVP. I knew from Deep South Wrestling, and he was one of the nice guys from Deep South Wrestling. No attitude or anything. So I truly wish those guys the best. Bobby Lashley, I know he probably made a lot of money in WWE, But up to this point, I still don't think he's been used to the best of his potential. So I wish those guys nothing but the best, and I wish everyone a great day. Give this video a thumbs up.